Hello Tom here, Northwest Trains, back in the office today for some more O-Gauge, and as you can see in front of me I've got the O-Gauge Autocoach. Now I left this out the last video because the video was getting on a bit, so I thought I'd do a separate video on this. So I've got, well, it's obviously from Dapol, and it says it's the same specs as the previous Lionheart version. So I've got the Autocoach in British Rail Crimson and Cream livery, coach number 41, and it's rated to do radius 2 curves. It's had the light bar fitted, and it's also got DCC sound. Now, I wouldn't normally bother with sound in a coach, but because it's probably just more gimmicky than anything, but this was on offer. I think it was £240, and the standard sort of coach was about £220. So I thought I might as well go for the DCC sound fitted version. So I've just looked again. I've had this for a couple of weeks now. I've looked again on Dapol's website, and the price, shockingly, has gone right up to, I think it's about £350. It's the cheapest now you can get. No, sorry, £410. It's the cheapest you can get a sound fitted coach now. I've noticed a few places have gone up. I was tempted to get a Bachmann Northern Rail Class 158 and double O gauge, and TMC was the cheapest. And I noticed the price on that's gone up by £30. So I don't know whether retailers are starting to put the prices up on certain things for Christmas because they know people are going to start buying soon. So just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because the prices have been going down a lot lately, and all of a sudden they seem to be creeping back up again. But anyway, yeah, I think, I certainly wouldn't pay £400 for this coach. Definitely not, considering I got 4 suburban coaches for that price. But for £240 with internal lighting, DCC, and the added sound feature, I thought it was worth it. So let's get it out the box and let's have a look at it. Right, I took the coach out the box off camera because it's a very, very tight fit. So I needed both hands, and obviously the tripod was in the way. But yeah, here we have the coach. It's very, very heavy, as you'd imagine. It's got a die-cast chassis. So that, accounts for the weight. I presume that's because it's ex-Lionheart. A lot of their stuff seems to be die-cast, as with the pannier tank. It's just off camera there, but main reason for getting this coach was for the pannier tank. And as mentioned before, it does say it has the identical specification of the previous Lionheart model. It has sprung buffers, as you'd expect, as it seems to be a more important thing for this scale. Let's just take a look. So it's a lovely coach. You can't quite appreciate the internal detail yet, so we'll get the lights on it and we'll put the camera up to it. So we'll have to get a driver figure for it as well. One thing I would mark it down on though is this light here. I think for the price, we could have had a working headlamp, or tail lamp, whichever way it's run would have been ideal. Well, other than that, there's only one wiper there as well. Is that how it would have been? Why wouldn't you have had a wiper on the other side as well? I know it's only for one driver's side, I suppose, but it's just little things to look at. Got separately fitted metal handrails. You can see the steps there. All separately fitted parts on the end there. All the pipes, all separately fitted. I like the livery application to this as well. It's very nice. Now Dapol are doing a double O gauge version of this, so I'd imagine they're just doing it as an identical spec because they're doing a sound fitted version, and they're also doing a DC fitted version with internal lights. Again, there's no mention of a headlamp, so I presume it's virtually identical to this model. They're just downscaling it. So let's get it on the track then. So yeah, we'll have to add some passengers and a driver figure to it. I'm off to the O-Gauge exhibition in Wigan, first weekend of December, so hopefully I can get some figures in O-Gauge, and I still obviously have to driver and fireman for the Black 5 and for the pannier tank. Anyway, that's on the track now. Obviously metal wheels is nice and smooth, and because the Dapol O-Gauge couplers aren't the best, as you can see, this one doesn't look too bad actually. It's metal, they just seem to fall apart. They actually had these on their website, little chain link couplings, and they're only £1 each, so I bought 3 of them when I ordered the coach. Let's have a little look at the paperwork. Like I say, I really like the look of the coach, and we'll show it with the pannier tank in a minute because they go really well together. So you get a 24-month repair warranty with this, which is handy, especially with the DC decoder. And owner's manual. So we got instructions for removing the roof, which should be good because we're going to want to add some figures to it. And then we've got our sound. It's only a very basic sound function list. Like I say, I wouldn't have paid a fortune for it. Now, let's have a look at this. Volume control. So we can adjust the volume, which I can vouch for does need doing, because I've actually tested this on the Autocoach Group's layout. We'll show the videos of it running later, but for now, it's easier to do a demonstration in the office here for the sounds. So obviously maintenance instructions, spare parts. So we switch on the Prodigy now, and we'll have a look at it close up. Right, so got it on the track now, and coupled up the pannier tank. I mean, they look really good together actually. So let's have a look at some of the sound functions for this coach. So we've got 0, which will be interior lights. I just turned the sound on by accident there. Okay, so we've got driving cab light number 9. So the light actually looks like it's flickering at the moment. I noticed that the Autocoach layout, it just doesn't like the camera for some reason. It's like those destination boards on train stations. But yeah, I can assure you the light in this coach isn't flickering in the slightest. So bit of a shame really. If someone can explain that to me, then please do. Right, so let's turn the sound on. So function, just put the camera in. So we've got function 1. So we've got chatting passengers basically. So we've got F2, guard's whistle. We've got 3, door slam. 4, setting off sequence. Which is very loud. Right, so basically, so we got what I've just put on there. So we got number 4, setting off sequence. So that's if the coach is leading. And then we've got 5, setting off sequence of coach is trailing. So technically they're the only 2 settings you need really, I think. But let's try number 6.
Good morning, Mr. Matthews.
And F7, gong. And that definitely needs the volume going down. Well, yeah, there's no fault in the speakers on this, is there? It does actually say driving cab light as well. So that's just the internal cab light. So that's number 9. So that's basically all the features you get with the sound fitted version. That you're paying an extra, you know, at the moment. Like I say, you're paying probably at least £100 extra. So we just have a little check. So if you just want the DCC and light bar, which is what I'd probably recommend to be honest, you're talking £270, which is £30 more than I paid for this model. and obviously £410 if you want all the lighting, DCC and the sound. So still, you know, very, very expensive, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a few things that have gone down in price, but like I say, things previously on offer have shot back up again. So maybe they suddenly become popular, I don't know. But yeah, so if you're getting a 00 gauge version, you know, you're in for a decent model, because if it's the same as this one, you can't really fault it. Like I say, it's nice and heavy. I've ran it around the test track in the O gauge club and it runs fine. And I will alter the volume on the sound because it's far too loud as it is. Let's just put function 1 on again. So I think if this coach or the train's just static at a station, it's not bad having these little background sounds to it. But you're not really going to hear them over the sound of the steam engine running. But overall, yeah, I'm happy you got a complete train here. So bizarrely, this coach is only about £15 less than I paid for the engine, which is something you will notice, I think, with O gauge. The rolling stocks can be very, very expensive compared to some of the locos. But yeah, for basically £500, you've got a complete train, which in 00 gauge, you know, you could easily get to that sort of amount of money now or more. And again, this complete train doesn't take up too much space either. This probably takes up about 2 feet, just over 2 feet of space. So you know, it's a good little start for O gauge. If I get myself a little up and down branch line type layout, or a little heritage museum layout, which I'm thinking about after I've done all my other projects, then I think it'll be pretty good. Okay, just having a close look at the inside. Like I say, if you look at the lights without the camera, they don't flicker like these do here. They got quite a nice yellow soft light to them, like you'd expect them to be back in those days. You can see a better look at the interior as well. It looks very nice. It'll certainly be better when we get some passengers inside it anyway, which I'm definitely on the lookout for when I go to the O gauge show. So if anyone's got any recommendations who does decent O gauge size people, please post it in the comments. Okay, like just moved the camera, like I say, a little quick change of subject. Something else I've been working on in O gauge is this little, well, it's going to be a coal bunker, so I can hopefully stick it into the tender, so it's removable, and basically that'll store all the coal in it. So obviously it's not going to affect the loco permanently. I had this big tub of coal here, which is too big for 00 gauge or N gauge, and it's probably too big for O gauge, to be honest, but I'm going to basically just bash it up a little bit and hopefully make it more to scale. That's just got bits of tissue in there at the moment, painted black, so I'm not filling the tender up too much. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I've also got the O gauge coal stage to build as a kit. So as I'm still not sure yet what I can do with O gauge, it's just doing little bits and pieces for now. And well, hopefully I'll get more involved with the club layout as well in the future. But yeah, I hope this video is interesting, and if you're interested in no gauge, it gives you an idea what you can get. But I have also had another quick look on the internet. Rails of Sheffield, I have a few of these on the pre-owned for around £350, which is still expensive, but like I said before, just keep an eye out for bargains. Like I say, Dapol had these on offer for ages, and I'm wondering how do I get them. Now I've seen the price increases, I'm glad I did. I'd imagine maybe after Christmas the prices will go down again, or if they're not selling. So always worth keeping an eye out, because you can get a bargain every now and then. I've also picked up another Mark 1 coach in the back here. That was £160 from Rails of Sheffield. It did say it was in perfect condition, but it's had a bit of damage between the corridor connection that I've looked at. So unfortunately, you know, you just got to be careful, haven't you? You know, there's always a chance that, you know, someone gets missed or something like that. But I think it's easily fixable. But again, it's £60 cheaper than what you pay for them new. So you know, that's all just the way I'm going to go with O-Gauge. I'm just going to get the Mark 1s if I find them cheaper to go with the Black 5. Obviously this is a complete train now. I've got the 4 Suburban coaches from last time, which will go with the pannier tank or any future possible locos I buy. So I think that's me done for coaches for now. Like I say, obviously apart from I might get, you know, maybe a rake of 5 Mark 1s eventually, so another 3. But yeah, hope you found this video interesting, and let me know what you think of the coach. Again, if you're looking at double O gauge one, this is pretty much what you're going to get, I think, but just on a smaller scale, obviously. So and also hope you enjoyed the O gauge group open day video, if you've seen that. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. We had 3 layouts on show. I was running the small layout, Ballon Road, very nice little layout. Well, I say little layout, is 20 feet by 8 feet, and it shows what you can do in O gauge as well. They also had the test track out and a few other bits and pieces on show. So you know, if you're in the Liverpool area, you know, have a look at the links I've put on the video if you want to come down and have a look yourself. So that's it for now anyway. I'll put some videos up now of the Autocoach on the test track, and I'll see you on the next video. It could well be I might have a bit of a chance to get up in the loft, or it might be something else, so we'll have to wait and see. So bye for now, and thank you for watching.